everybody, welcome back. Come on back here for a Sunday fun day, cheat day. This is actually pretty nutritious for us, so you get a lot of protein on this one. Come on back, this is gonna be fun. Before I get started, I've got my cool drink. I've got a rum and Coke Zero. Love this, a lot of ice, and my funky little glass is 1978 Norman Rockwell collection out of the art scene that he did. And this is a collection about 7. In 1978, they put 7 glasses out for drinkware. And if you have all 7, or maybe even if you have 4, they go for about $78 on eBay. I only have 2, so I'm holding on to this one. I like it. I have 2 of them. Big sip. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Super good. A lot of ice. My ice is melting. Let's get started. This isn't going to take long. You may have all this. You're just going to need your ground turkey because these are ground turkey meatballs. Super good. I love them. I've already gotten started. I added my little pack. I used a Jenny O. Use whatever you can find. Whatever's on sale. Either get your ground beef or you don't even have to do turkey. I just did the turkey ones because they're lower on grease and I like them and I don't eat a lot of red meat. So I eat a lot of turkey, a lot of chicken, beans. I'm kind of cutting back on chicken because I just eat a lot of turkey. I just do turkey burgers, all that good stuff. But come on back real quick. Let's see how fun this is gonna be. You're gonna need your package of turkey and get that all ground up in there. And let's see, whoops, let me see here. Okay, let me get that off of there. We start off with some Steely Dan. It was on a minute ago. It's not on now. And we're going to put that over there. You're only going to need about 3 or 4 items. And if you don't like something, leave it out because this is very simple. And there is 100 ways to make this cool recipe. I know. I looked and I was like, there's 100 ways to make meatballs. But this is what I like. So you don't have to do this. And like I tell you, life's too short to eat something you don't like. So leave it out if you don't like it. We're gonna start off with our little celery or our onions. You know, I know we got some onion fans out there. And Meatball, I watch Meatball and Rockin' Rocco. I want to say hello to Meatball. He's a rescue dog on Rockin' Rocco's channel. And I love that name. That's the best name for a dog. Meatball. I just love that. So today when I was making all this, I kept thinking about Meatball. I kept thinking about Rockin' Rocco's dog. He's adorable. They walk in California through the mountains. I love that. He has like mountains behind his house. And I'm like, how lucky is that? I love that. So make sure, you know, I'm not an onion person, but you know, I just like my celery for a little bit of crunch. You don't even have to add it if you don't want to. Add your Italian seasoning. And I noticed some people like the fresh stuff. Do your fresh basil, do your fresh, you know, parsley if you want to, but you don't have to. This is just so easy, guys, just to add your little seasoning. And you know, I just get the Italian seasoning, no big deal. And we're gonna add an egg. We're gonna add 1 egg, because that's what makes it all come together. Oops, that's what makes it all come together. It's just all sticky. It makes it all sticky. So let's mix our egg in there real quick. If you can see that, super easy. Love this recipe. And you can add some Parmesan cheese if you want to. I mixed a little bit of Parmesan, a little bit of mozzarella, not much. You know, all this is half cup, but I only did like a couple of tablespoons or whatever. We're gonna do our salt and pepper. Well, we did our pink salt. We're gonna do our pink salt just for some flavor, just a little bit of flavor. I noticed some people, they don't like salt in their food. That's fine, leave it out, but I do because I think it brings it together. And my seasoning had a little bit of garlic salt too. A little seasoning, here you go, let me use all of it. Oh, let me get that out of there, it got wet. Okay, everything's humid weird. In Houston, we're all weird and humid here, so everything's sticky and weird. So anyway, you're just gonna stir this up, blend this really good together, and the best way to form little meatballs is with your hands. I know, my hands are washed, all ready to go, and we're gonna try this out. And if you want, you can do an ice cream scooper. I use a spoon, I know, no big deal. I just use a little spoon. I form this in my hand, and I just roll up my little meatballs. Oops! Oh my gosh, I forgot the major thing. My Panko breadcrumbs. What's wrong with me? I forgot my panko. I love this. You can use fresh breadcrumbs. I was like, wondering what was a little wet. Okay, we're gonna mix our breadcrumbs in there. That's what makes it a little more stiff. That's what does it. And now I did notice a couple of recipes with the cheese in there. What's the other cheese? The one you put in a lasagna. And I didn't want to use that because it was wet. And I thought, no, 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 no. We're going to use our dry cheeses. We're going to use just our a little bit of the mozzarella with the fresh Parmesan. And I had some of that all ground up already. You know, I had it all grated up. I hope everybody's doing wonderful today. Thank you for coming back. This is no big deal. Anybody can do this. And I hope I give you an idea because I like snack food. I don't like big dinners anymore. I just don't. I eat in a hurry and I'm a very, I'm always on the go. I'm always on the go. I got one foot out the door. So to me, this is a good snack food. So I hope you try this out. So let's just roll this up. Little bit of panko, everything mixed in there, made it a little drier. That's why it was all wet. I was like, what's going on here? Almost forgot. And I love these breadcrumbs, guys. I just like these. I mean, you can use any one you want, but this is a good brand. I noticed that on several cooking channels, and I thought, ooh. And Paul went and got me that, so I was kind of excited. I was excited that he bought the right one, so. But you can use any panko. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So you're gonna roll all these up. I'll do a few. I don't want to bore you all with all this. I noticed when I looked at some of the recipes, I know people use the stove. People do like to cook this on their stove, and I would have done that, but I think baking these on a little parchment paper or foil is just so much easier. It's just so much easier. You can do that, and I'm using mine as a snack, and I like dipping, I like dipping all this stuff, and this is a good football food. And we had preseason game last night. I was excited. I'm not a big pro football player watcher. I like college, but I'm so desperate for football. I watched the Texans and they won. And our U of H quarterback, Case Keenan, he's the second quarterback. He did great. He won. And I was excited. I was like, hey, it's like old times, I get to see my old quarterback that's been around forever. And they won. They won. So come on. Where's fall? That's a good thing about fall. It was like we get football, we get cold weather. Well, cool weather. I don't know if it's going to be cold. We still wear shorts during Christmas, but at least the breeze is going outside. And I'm trying to walk. I'm trying to do all that good stuff. It's just a little hard. You know how it is. And you just get tired. You just get tired of doing all this. Okay, we've got a pan full. And I'm gonna wipe my hands off because they're a mess. And before you put this, guys, in the oven, I do 400 for 25 minutes because I notice it cooks all the way through. But if you want to add a little bit of moisture on top, I coat this with a little bit of olive oil. Just a little bit of olive oil. No big deal. And if you have spray, use the spray. It doesn't even matter. Use either one you have. I just like this. And if you want to salt them again or salt and pepper them, that's up to you. So it's no big deal. I'm going to put this off to the side. And I'm going to wipe my hands off. And like I always tell you, let me take a sip real quick. Oops, I'm stuck here. My Elvis is stuck. So yummy. So yummy. Okay. Let's wipe my hands off real quick. And where was my other stuff? I had, these are my little towelettes. Okay, I brought in all these little Clorox wipes. Okay, got to get that meat smell off of me. Okay, through the magic of TV, like I always tell you. Look how good these turned out. I did the meatballs. I baked them. I like to do a little I just kind of like them in the oven. If you don't want that, please, by all means, do it on the stove. It's no big deal. A little bit on each side, but the best part is you can do this in the air fryer. And I wrote down the instructions. It's 400 degrees for an air fryer, 10 minutes. And then after 10 minutes, you're gonna flip them and you're gonna go about 5 minutes more. So it's gonna take about 15 minutes in the air fryer and about 25 minutes in the conventional oven. So you decide, you do what's easier for you. I took some sauce, One of my favorite spaghetti sauces that I just like. It's just a store brand. I buy it all the time. I think it's the Hunt's. It's no big deal. They sell it everywhere. And I just wanted to drizzle some of this on here. I love it. We're going to try one. Let's try one that can fit my whole mouth here. Oh, here we go. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Guys, I can't tell you. I love it. And if you don't want dipping sauce, that's fine. This is good with a meal. You can put this between, make a little stack of these between mashed potatoes and green beans and make this into a meal and keep them plain. You know, they're good for freezing, they're good for leftovers, and I like them for a snack. I need something to eat. This is what I'm grabbing. So I love the whole leftover deal. So come on back here real quick for my silly little craft. You're not even gonna believe how silly this is. This is really silly. Oops, don't wanna wipe that off on that. Why did I do that? Okay, this is so funny. I saw this on TikTok about 5 years ago, and I thought, I really wanna try this. This is gonna be hot glue jewelry. All you're gonna do is you're gonna get your hot glue and you're gonna put it into any shape you want. And when it dries, it solidifies, and you can hang this on a necklace or on a pin. So you could get a cookie cutter, you could go freehand, but I wanted to do some roses. And it was so easy. I just took the hot glue, and I didn't want to show y'all because I didn't want to plug up the whole hot glue, but I got them ready. I got them ready. And they're hanging back here behind me. Let's see if I can get this off. Okay, this is so funny. This is so funny. Okay, this is one of the long ones. This is one of the long ones. If I can get this untangled. Okay. This is one of the longer ones. I made this into a rose, and this is what it looks like. It dries, doesn't take long, maybe an hour, and you're gonna be able to paint it. I added some beads, and this is all the stuff here that I made. These little cords right here are $3 at Michael's. They're made out of suede, and that's all I did, guys. That's all I did. I took a little suede, little cord, I added some beading, and I added my little rose. And I can put that on. I love it. I kind of like it for the whole kind of rodeo thing. I don't know why. Kind of a boho look. I like it with maybe my denim jacket, jeans, and boots. I kind of like it, and I love long necklaces. Somebody told me a long time ago that long necklaces make me look taller. Well, I doubt it. I'm 5 foot. I don't think it's going to work. But here's a really big one. I like the really big one close to the short of my neck. You know, way up here on my neck, on my neckline. I like it up here on my chest. I like this one. I just painted it gold. I made it bigger. Here's a silver one. But if you're getting ready for the holidays, here we go. I made some Christmas pins. And I put Christmas pins on my denim jacket. I know it's crazy. I know. I like denim pin. I like my denim jacket full of pins for the holidays. I go to the mall, I go shopping, go to happy hour. I'm always sporting my Christmas pins. So I made 2 Christmas trees right here. Here's a little heart. Made that into a pin just by the little pins they have. And I took I didn't finish these. These are gonna be earrings. I took 2 plain beads. I decorated them with a little bit of glue, and I painted them gold. And I can use this for earrings. It's the whole kind of Western thing. I love it. Didn't take much. Get these little beads at the dollar store. They're just in the children's department. No big deal. They're like in the little crafty area. So anyway, I wanted to share this funky little idea with you. You might like it. Or if you just, want to do something with the kids, you control the glue gun and you let them string all the beads. So that would work. That would work. And if you want some cheap neon behind me like I have real quick, those are jump ropes. They're at the dollar store. I like the lights on them. I kind of put them around. I'm thinking about putting a couple on my Christmas tree in the inside because all they take is batteries. I don't have to plug anything in and it's on. So anyway, I thought that was so funny to use those jump ropes in my background. So I thank you for coming back, guys. Try this simple recipe out. Not gonna cost you a lot, maybe $5. And you can eat off this as a good leftover. So anyway, thank you guys. Big cheers, big kisses, and keep spinning and winning. Okay, bye.